Satvik, have you attended previous classes, whatever I conducted? Okay, let's start out with the topic today. We completed almost first 6 papers. So today we are going to start out with the 7th paper. Every day though I am giving work, but no one of you are completing that. Neither you are submitting me paper for correction. So I'll come to know that whether you are completing your task or not. I have given clenching action, that also not done. Even yesterday's session was also not completed. So when you'll not complete your things, I'll come to know that you are following the things which we are doing. Okay, wait for a few minutes. Let me open the paper. Yesterday we completed paper number 6, I think, model paper 6. Yesterday we completed, okay, Satvik, only 2 classes. Okay. Okay, yesterday we completed paper number 7. This cleansing action was done. Okay, soon after this period will get over, some of you please remind me that I have to send that Irish one, action of Irish. So let's start out with 7th paper today. So in the 7th paper, is it clear to all? Can you see paper fully? Okay, first question here. Guess the color of the solution observed by placing zinc metal in copper sulfate solution. What color we get when zinc metal is kept in copper sulfate solution? So for this you need to write about activity series. In activity series where we come across zinc, whether the zinc will displace copper or not, you need to see. So here let's recall back activity series once. If you remember activity series, I told you to memorize by the sentence, popular scientist can make a zoo in less humid country more satisfactory. So here popular, P, potassium, scientist, sodium, calcium, can, make, magnesium, a, zoo, zinc, make a zoo in, iron, in less humid country, humid, hydrogen, country, copper. Popular scientist can make a zoo in aluminium will come here. So once again repeating, popular scientist can make magnesium, A, aluminium, zoo in iron, in less humid country. So less is there, PB will come, lead, humid country, more satisfactory, more mercury, Hg, then more satisfactory, then silver, gold and platinum, that is not needed. So here when you compare copper and zinc, zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc will displace copper from copper sulfate solution. When zinc is added to copper sulfate solution, blue color of copper sulfate solution will fade. So here copper sulfate is blue in color, so color will change. So here the question is, what happened to the color of the copper sulfate solution? So here copper sulfate solution will decolorize. Okay. So Satvik wrote like colorless. So that's correct answer. Now the next question. Property of the metal which makes them into thin sheet on hammering. Can you guess answer? Which property of the metal is making it to convert into thin sheet? Say it fast. Thin sheet on hammering. Which property of the metal is making it into thin sheet on hammering? So it's a say answer fast, I'm waiting for. Which property of the metal? Which property of metal is making it? Say it fast. Why today only few are there? Srinidhi has is not there today. Is there any other type of paper today? Tomorrow? Is there any other paper? Is there any other paper? Okay, no one are responding. Shall I continue class or not? What do you want me to say? Okay, malleable. हाँ सात्विक. Okay, let it be. You are there, I'll continue with you. Malleable. So malleable is the correct answer. Malleability. Now the next question is, an electric bulb is rated 220 volt and 100 watt. It is operated on 110 volt. Power consumed will be. So here an electric bulb is rated 220 volt and 100 watt. When it is operated on 110 volt, power consumed will be. Power is very important. We need to find power. So power is given when it is 220, 100 watt. When it is 110, both are directly proportional. So it will also get reduced to half. Answer will be 50. Here answer will be 50. Now the next question, what is a homologous series? Homologous series where each element will be differ by other with CH2 unit is called homologous series. So here each unit is differ by other by CH2 unit. Then it is called homologous series. Now the next one, name the mirror. Okay, name the mirror that can give an erect and enlarged image of an object. So let's continue with the answers here. Directly you can memorize the answers. So the first question, once again repeating. So the first question, guess the color of the solution. Guess the color of the solution which you will observe by placing zinc metal in copper sulfate solution. It will be colorless. Zinc is more reactive than copper, so it will displace copper from copper sulfate solution and it will be colorless. The property of the metal which is making it to unable to convert into thin sheet on hammering is malleability. Next, after that, an electric bulb is rated at 220 volt. So when it is rated at 220 volt, an electric bulb is rated at 220 volt and 100 watt. When it is operated on 100 watt, the power consumed will be, it's 25 watt. What is homologous series? So here, homologous series is a group of organic compounds having similar structure and similar chemical property. Here structure is similar and even the chemical property is also similar. It is a property of the compound having similar structure and similar property and they differ by CH2 unit. And homologous series is a group of organic compound having similar structure and similar chemical property in which the successive compound differ by CH2 group. So why we call like successive compound differ by CH2 group? So here, if we take the example of any homologous series, like if we start out with alkane, the first member of alkane is CH4. So here when we compare, first one is CH4, second one is C2H6. So they differ by 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen. So the compounds which are differ by CH2 unit are called homologous series. So here, next name the mirror that can give erect and enlarged image. Erect and enlarged image only we get in concave mirror. So answer is concave mirror. Now the next question, which phenomenon of light is responsible for working of the human eye? So human eye works on refraction. So the property is refraction. Next, draw the diagram showing rheostat. So rheostat will draw first resistance and then there will be an arrow pointing to give rheostat. Now next one, how are electric appliances connected in domestic circuit? So electric appliances are connected in domestic circuit in parallel. So already we discussed, if you remember, why they are connected in parallel. If they are connected in series, if one of the appliance will stop working, all other will stop. They will not work. So always they are connected in series. Okay, next one. Why many are late today? So let's recall back. Okay, I feel like in this direction only it is looking better. You can see it clearly. Here. Okay, those who joined now, guess the color of the solution by placing zinc metal in copper sulfate solution. When we place zinc metal in copper sulfate solution, it will be colorless. Moreover, zinc is more reactive than copper. So here, zinc will displace copper from the copper sulfate solution and solution will become colorless. So here, solution is colorless. The reason is because zinc is displacing copper from copper sulfate solution. Now the second question, here, the property of the metal which make them into the thin sheet on hammering. Malleability is the property which make the metal to get converted into thin sheet. Next, an electric bulb is rated at 220 volt and 100 watt. When it is operated on 110 volt, the power consumed will be. So we need to find power. So all of you are familiar that power, whenever we will solve the sum related to power, there you need to use out the resistance one. So here answer will be 25. So I'll solve and show you how we are getting. Now the next question, homologous series. What is homologous series? So homologous series is a series of the group of organic compounds having the similar structure and similar chemical property in which the successive compound differ by CH2 unit. So here the compound is differ by CH2 group. That is called homologous series. Now the next one, name the mirror that can give an erect and enlarged image. So here mirror which gives erect and enlarged image is concave mirror. So this is also important question. Next, which phenomenon of light is responsible for working of the eye? Refraction. Because of refraction, we get image on retina. Next one, the diagram showing the rheostat. So rheostat, where the resistance will be represented by arrow pointing. Now, how are electric appliances connected in domestic circuit? So this also you all are familiar. In domestic circuit, electric appliances are connected in parallel. Will you name who joined now? So that I can call you. Write your name who joined now. Okay, now let's continue with the next question. I'm not getting the names, those who are joining. To call you, I need your names. Okay, now the next question. A ray is traveling from air and enters obliquely into water. So, ray is traveling from air and enters into water. Does the ray bend towards the normal or away the normal? Here, the ray will bend towards the normal. The ray is entering from air to water. So, when ray enters from air to water, as it is entering from rarer to denser medium, so it will bend towards the normal. So, now the next question, the ray is entering from air to, here the ray is entering from air to water. Does the ray will bend towards the normal or away the normal? The ray will bend towards the normal because it is entering from rare to denser medium. Now the next question, dry HCl gas does not change the color of dry litmus paper. This is also a very important question, and we get it many times, like very often this question is asked. Here HCl dissociates to give H plus ion only in aqueous solution. So if you are familiar that only in aqueous solution H plus will combine with water to give hydronium ion. So here dry HCl does not dissociate to give H plus ion, hence it does not change the color of the dry litmus paper. Repeating once again, so here dry HCl does not change the color of the litmus paper because it cannot produce hydronium ion. Next, if you remember this question, in every paper we are getting like double bond compounds. So here identify the compound hanging, here it will be having double bond in the given compounds given below. C2H6 is a single bond, then next C2H4 having double bond. This is structure of ethene. CO2 carbon dioxide, this also have double bond. Nitrogen is having triple bond, and then ethine having triple bond. Oxygen is having double bond. We need to give example of the compounds which are having double bond. So here are the compounds which are having double bond. The first one is C2H4. So here how to draw the structure of C2H4? Two carbon compounds will get combined with two hydrogen. So here there is a double bond, C2H4. Then the next one, okay, next one is carbon dioxide, C double bond O, double bond O. So this is carbon dioxide having double bond. After carbon dioxide, the next one is nitrogen, which is having triple bond. So nitrogen will not come under this category. Then after nitrogen, one more compound was given, ethene, C double bond, C triple bond, H. This is triple bond, so this will also not come as a triple bond compound. In the question it was asked, give the example of double bond compounds. So carbon dioxide and ethene, and the last one was oxygen. Oxygen is also having double bond, O2. So three examples are there which are having double bond. Next one, draw the ray diagram. So already you completed this ray diagram question. The same question is being repeated here. Draw the ray diagram when the object is placed at 2F2 or when the object is placed at F2 and optical center. So when it is in between F2 and optical center, so only the one condition is there where you will be getting behind the mirror. So here image will form behind the mirror. So as I told, you need to practice out this ray diagrams. So this is a compulsory question which we are getting in every paper. Okay, now coming to the next question. So this we completed section 2 and section 3, and this question also we are getting in every paper. Draw the diagram of the apparatus arranged as shown in the figure where the metal will react with salt solution. Either they are giving metal will react with salt solution or metal will react with acid. Now the next question, how is the property malleability of the metal used in our daily life? Malleability. So this in yesterday's paper also this question we covered. Malleability, a thin silver foil which can use to prepare the thin silver foil is there which can use to prepare. So here sweets. So thin foil can be used to decorate sweets. Then next one, thin aluminium foil is used for packing food materials. And the next one, blacksmith's beat. So the same point was there, iron to get the desired shape so that he can prepare agricultural instruments. Many decorative materials are made of metal due to their malleability. So because of the malleability, many decorative materials are also made. Now the next question, they gave directly the table to complete it. So here image, size of the image. This is the question related to all are real means concave mirror. Concave mirror, they gave the table to complete fully. So this also very often I say that you need to complete the table. Will you say your names who are there? Can you hear me? Will you say your names who are there? No response? Okay, next question is, what is a balanced chemical equation and why should a chemical equation be balanced? What is a balanced chemical equation and why a chemical equation be balanced? So here, balanced chemical equation. Chemical equation in which the number of atoms of the different elements on the reactant side are same as that of the product side. When reactant and product side elements are same, we call them as balanced chemical equation. Why we balance? As per the law of conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor it be destroyed. To satisfy that, chemical equation has to be balanced. Then next question, an acid X and alcohol Y react with each other in the presence of acid catalyst to form sweet smelling. So once if you get the sweet smelling, then this will recognize you that this reaction is nothing but esterification, as sweet smelling substance Z is there. So from this sweet smelling we can recognize esterification. An acid is given. So acid is acetic acid CH3COOH, alcohol ethanol C2H5OH. They react to form ester. Identify XYZ. So in the reaction it is given acid is reacting with the base. So here acid is CH3COOH, acetic acid. It will react with base C2H5OH to form CH3. So up to here you will be writing, and then from here this to be continued, removing hydrogen. Okay, or one oxygen will not come. We need to write two oxygens, CH3COO C2H5. So this is ethyl acetate. Up to here it is ethyl. So ethyl acetate, as ester is formed. So this reaction is called esterification. Now in this question they have given an acid. So here in the question it is given an acid X. So what is X? Acid is acetic acid. React with alcohol Y. So Y is ethanol. To give Z, Z is ethyl acetate. Identify X, Y, Z and write down the reaction and name them. Then it is given, write the chemical equation for the reaction involved and name it, giving justification for the name. So what is the justification you are going to provide for the name? So here the justification, we call it as esterification reaction. The reason, because ester is formed. So here acid will react with base, that is acetic acid is reacting with ethanol to form ethyl acetate. As in the reaction ester is formed, so the reaction is called esterification. Hope you understood this. Now the next question. So we are now covering with the section 4. Now the next question is, this acid also you need to write like in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, ethyl acetate is formed, so it is called esterification. So how you are going to justify? The name of the reaction is esterification, where an ester, ethyl acetate is formed from an acid and alcohol in presence of acid catalyst. On treating with sodium hydroxide, if we react it with sodium hydroxide, both the reactions are very important. This is saponification, where the thing will break down and we get the result back. So this we formed by using ethyl acetate and acetic acid and ethanol. So when in presence of sodium hydroxide, again we get back the reagents. So that reaction is called saponification. The reaction is known as saponification. It is used in the preparation of soaps. So both the reactions are very important. What is esterification and what is saponification? Now the next one, define the heating effect of the current. State Joule's law of heating. Already we did many times. Heating effect of current, when electric current passes through high resistance wire. When current is passing through high resistance wire, the wire become hot and produce heat. So when current is passed through any conductor, it will get heated up. That we call heating effect of electric current. Now Joule's law. Joule's law of heating already you know. Power is very important. Then P is VI. Then V we can replace by IR. Ultimately we will be getting I square RT. That also all the things you need to explain in the points. So already we did this, so I am not repeating that. Next we need to find an electric bulb with 60 watt rating operates for 10 hours and a fan 100 watt runs for 7 hours. Calculate the total unit consumed in one day. We need to find out how many units consumed. So it is given 100 watt runs for 7 hours. So both the power to be, so when we calculate power, energy consumption, the formula of energy consumption is PT. So here energy consumption or H, or we can write E, which is PT. For the first case, power is given 60 and second is given 100. So 61 is operated for 7 hours and 101 is operated for 5 hours. 101 for 7 hours and 61 is for 10 hours. So it's 600 plus 700. Total is 1300. We are calculating energy, so it's a joule. And moreover, it is in watt and hour. To convert it to kilowatt, they are asking like how many units are generated. Unit means kilowatt hour we need to convert. So this will divide by 1000. So final answer will be 1.3 kilowatt hour. So this is the solution, like after calculating all, you need to divide that by 1000, then it will get converted into kilowatt hour. That is 1.3 unit. Whenever they will ask to convert into unit, you need to divide that by 1000 and to convert it into kilowatt. Okay, after long I got the answer. Why are you so late today? Ashrita, why are you so late? It's around 10. Now this question we are skipping out. So as magnetism will do later, paper is almost done. Next question, write an activity to know reaction of bases with metal. So here this question you can note it down. From the chemistry part they have given, write an activity to know the reaction of bases with metal. Note down this. And moreover, that answer you wrote 1300 joule. They asked how many unit. When they will ask in unit, we need to divide that by 1000 and need to convert it into kilowatt hour. Okay, kilowatt hour is unit. It's compulsory to convert into kilowatt hour. Okay, see here. They asked in units, so you need to convert it into kilowatt hour. Now the next one, write an activity. Write on this question. This is a different question you need to prepare for. If you complete semi, so that I'll continue. I'll turn out the page. Write an activity to know the reaction of base with metal. Over. Ashrita, select on. Okay, so here For this they have given the activity like place few pieces of granulated zinc metal in the test tube, add 2 ml of sodium hydroxide solution, warm the content in the test tube, pass the gas being evolved. So here when zinc granule is reacting with sodium hydroxide, Zn plus NaOH, so it will form Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen is liberated. Only zinc will react with sodium hydroxide to liberate hydrogen. Pass the gas being evolved in the soap solution. Take the burning candle near the gas filled. So the gas will start burning. The gas will start burning with pop sound. Repeat the activity with other acids like HCl, HNO3 and CH3COH. Observe the result. See the bubbles formed in the soap solution when the gas is evolved. Observation, we pass that through. When burning candle is kept near the gas filled bubble, the gas will ignite. The gas will start burning. What we conclude from this? From this we can conclude that sodium hydroxide solution produces hydrogen gas. So here you need to remember like all metals do not react with base. Only few metals like zinc react with base to form sodium zincate. Na2ZnO2 and hydrogen is liberated. Generally metals react with acid to liberate hydrogen. Metals do not react with base to form hydrogen, but it reacts with zinc to form hydrogen. And finally precautions, conclusion, all this in the pattern you need to write. So these are of 8 marks question. We completed the paper. So tomorrow's session, I think it's completed. Ashrita, be on time tomorrow. Today's session is completed. So this paper got over. Only one question we got the different one, where the activity to give reaction of non-metal with reaction of metal with base. So rest all are common questions only which we are doing. One numerical. Once you try, if you are not getting that, I am going to explain you. Write down this one. An electric bulb is rated 220 volt and 100 watt. 220 volt and 100 watt. When it is operated on 110, when it is operated on 110 volt, the power consumed will be. Okay, solve this. If you are not getting answer, then I will explain you. Okay, now winding the class. So already we completed this paper. Today many students were not there, so we did only one paper, and that too everyone were late. If you will be punctual, we can do more and we can complete out all the papers. Till now we completed only 7 papers. 8 more are there. Okay, completing class for today. Good night.